Alrighty then. Hope everyone's having a good evening. I had a bit of a fraught day at work, but I'm here and streaming now, so let's get back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Okay, since it's been a week since last time I played, I kinda can't remember where I was, but... Oh wait, yep, just at the end of the... Hey Pony! How's it going? Oh yeah, to recap, Edgeworth is on trial for murdering someone in a boat on a lake. It has something to do with the incident in which both his father was murdered, which led to Maya's mother being called a fraud. Having fun with the emojis, Pony? Hey Dover Queen, how you doing? Oh, thanks. Yeah, I was actually thinking, haven't seen you in a stream for a while. Yeah, that's fair. What would Twitch be without Twitch emojis? Anyway. So yep, anyway, we're in court and we're going to try and get Phoenix Wright's old friend and rival, Edgeworth, off the hook for murder. Oh yeah, that was it. How'd the surgery go? December the 26th at 9:44 AM. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Right, Phoenix voice. Karma. That's right, Manfred von Karma. He's the best prosecutor there is. He hasn't lost a case in his 40-year career. He is a god of prosecution, right? A god. Not a single case? He'll do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. Sounds like someone else I know, Edgeworth. You don't understand. I mean, he'll really do anything. Manfred von Karma is a man to be feared. That's quite a claim coming from someone who forges evidence. Fair. I suppose everything's got to heal before it all comes off. He taught me what it really means to prosecute. What? Just picture a prosecutor as vicious as me, multiplied by a factor of 10. Oops. I have to say one thing. This game's a hell of a lot easier. It's fine, it's fine. Sometimes the keyboard is just against you. So, here's your teacher, then, Mr. Edgeworth? Something like that. And now he's trying to get you found guilty? What a creep! Oh, wait. Maybe he's planning on losing on purpose to help you out. Not a chance. He hasn't lost once in 40 years. 40 years. He's as ruthless as me times 20. That's pretty ruthless. Okay, Freudian slip there. Like I said, he's a god among prosecutors. I guess that's something like Mia was to me. Speaking of Mia... Maya? Uh-huh. We could really be using Mia's help now, right now, don't you think? Oh. I can't. Sorry, I tried, really, I tried. But I couldn't reach. You couldn't reach? I think it's because I haven't been training. My powers are weak again. Oh man, what bad timing. Hey, Habusu. Yep. My favourite case in the entire trilogy. I'm really sorry. I'll try my best. I hope so. What are you whispering about? Oh, it's nothing. Well, it's time. Let's head in. December the 26th, 10 AM, District Court, Courtroom number 3. Here he is, Mr. Von Karma. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Okay, what voice to give Von Karma? Mr. Von Karma, is the prosecution ready? Fool. You seriously think I would not stand here if I were not completely prepared? Right, my apologies. He's even got the judge scared. Very well, your opening statement, please. Decisive evidence. Now that's a bit too quiet. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Oh, nothing of course. That should be fine. The prosecution may call its first witness. What's with this guy? Is he royalty or something? How am I supposed to fight against this? I call the detective in charge of the case. Detective Dick Gumshoe. Okay, Gumshoe's first. Let's see how this goes. How's everyone doing this evening anyway? Describe the incident now. Yes, sir. Detective Gumshoe looks nervous. Please take a look at the map. The murder happened late Christmas Eve, around midnight. There was one boat in the very middle of the lake. There were 2 men on the boat. Now there happened to be a woman camping here, on the edge of the lake. At 12:10 AM, she heard 2 pistol shots. Then the boat started to move. It went towards the boat rental shop. Overhead map added to the court record. Overhead map of Gold Lake. Oh, they're really trying with the descriptions here. Testify to the court about the arrest, now. Wait, Mr. Von Karma? Yes. Actually, I'm the one who's supposed to be handling these proceedings. Wrong. There is only one thing you need to do here. You will slam down your gavel and say the word guilty. That is your role. Yes, of course. You're quite right. No, he's not. Okay, let's poke some holes. A man called into the station around 30 minutes after midnight. We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all, but the next morning, a body was found in the lake. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. Hey, Froy, how you doing? Oh, I see. Very well. Begin your cross-examination, attorney, now. Oh, Badger, glad you can make it. How are you doing? Another case, another cross-examination of Gumshoe. You received a call from a man?
Yep.
But you said there was a woman camping there. She was the one who heard the 2 gunshots, right? Not too bad. Yeah, basically that sucks, Badger. Yeah, I basically had to put in a couple of extra hours at work because a colleague called in sick. And then had to rush to finish on time because I was basically stuck on the till. But yep, that's nothing a nap can fix, and now I've eaten and I'm here.
That woman and the man who called in the report are 2 different people, obviously.
Different people?
There were 2 witnesses. Their testimonies were quite similar, however. Today I summoned the woman who was camping.
The woman who was camping lost her heart.
What happened next, Detective?
How long was it between receiving the report and your arrival at the lake?
Well, I'd say it was about 3 minutes.
That's pretty fast.
Our motto for the month is, get there quick. Detective, you will refrain from casually revealing department secrets. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. I look forward to your next year's salary review. So much to look forward to these days. This is no time for dejected daydreaming. Continue. Yes, sir.
So yeah, sorry about my voices here. I have a bit of trouble doing the deep ones these days. What was Mr. Edgeworth like when you saw him then?
Well, from what I saw, he looked pretty relaxed. Not like a murderer at all, really. Detective, the court requires the facts, not your opinion. How many years have you been on the force? Facts only, Detective. Hard, cold, objective facts, which do not care about your feelings.
Yes, sir. Man, he's got his share of objections. Why didn't you think he was suspicious?
You should know. We have a deep, trusting relationship with the prosecutors. Detective, the court isn't interested in your musings. Deep, trusting, poppycock. I've never heard so many flippant comments from an active detective on the force.
Detective Gumshoe doesn't look so good.
Continue. Now.
Someone left their body. They'll tow it if you don't get a ticket. Did you find any clues on the body?
A single bullet was recovered from the body. He was shot through the heart, fatally.
And you were to blame?
Judge, here's the bullet. It didn't strike bone, so its shape is well preserved.
Very well. The court accepts this bullet into evidence. Pistol bullet was added to the court records. Found in the victim's body. Fired from a .22 caliber pistol. Okay, so I don't know guns that well. That's quite a small caliber, isn't it? Yeah, karma is... Why is that?
Well, we found the murder weapon in the boat.
The murder weapon?
A pistol.
Detective Gumshoe, that is a vital piece of information. Please revise your testimony.
Right. Sorry, Your Honor.
What about the pistol made it decisive evidence? Heck, he has the same evil laugh as Edgeworth.
There were fingerprints on the pistol. On the pistol found in the boat. They were clear prints from Mr. Edgeworth's right hand.
What? Order! Order! So, Mr. Edgeworth's fingerprints were found on the murder weapon.
Yes, Your Honor. Judge, this is the weapon in question.
Accepted into evidence. My voices are all over the place today. Pistol, the murder weapon, 22 caliber, fired 3 times, bears prints from Edgeworth's right hand.
Members of the court, we now have the pistol used in the murder and the bullet found in the body. Detective. Yes, sir. Was the bullet found in the body fired from this pistol? Yes. The ballistic markings on the bullet match the pistol.
Yeah, of course there's an extra case in this game, but that was added to the DS version in the original Japanese only Game Boy Advance release. This was the final case, and basically the conclusion of Edgeworth and Phoenix Wright's initial arc. Hey Nick, what does he mean, ballistic markings?
Shocking to imagine someone here does not know something as basic as ballistic markings. Why? I would have thought you were trying to exposit for a video game.
Nick, he's glaring at me.
Very well, I'll explain. Actually, Judge, you do it.
Huh? Me? Ballistic markings are like the fingerprints of a gun. The barrel leaves distinct marks on each bullet it fires. You can examine these ballistic fingerprints to see which gun fired the shot. It's quite accurate.
Indeed. This leads to one inevitable conclusion. The bullet found in the victim's heart was without a doubt fired from this pistol. This pistol, which as you recall, was recovered with the defendant's own fingerprints.
Rebel. Order! Order! This is bad. This makes it look like Edgeworth did it.
Well, Judge.
I'd say it's almost decisive, yes. Honestly, I could declare a verdict at this point. However...
You wish to hear the witness speak, no doubt. Very well. I am somewhat fatigued and will take a brief break. I will call my witness after the recess, which will last 10 minutes. Judge?
Yes?
What are you doing? A 10-minute recess. Now.
But wait,
Just bang your flimsy gavel and get on with it, man.
Yes. This court will take a 10-minute recess. Who's running this course anyway? hurt my throat. December the 26th, 11:09 AM. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2.
Edgeworth, what's going on here? Your fingerprints are on the murder weapon? And that foggy photo makes one thing clear. The only one who could have shot that man was the person in the photo. True. Was that you in the boat?
Yes, it was me.
What?
But you must believe me, I didn't shoot him.
Then who did?
I don't know.
You don't know? Weren't you right there?
I heard a gunshot from very close by. Then the other man fell from the boat. I can't say why, but I thought at the time he had shot himself.
You mean it was a suicide?
That's the only explanation I can come up with.
Huh? How am I going to convince anyone of that? Say, Mayor.
Huh? What?
Any progress with Mia?
Oh, sorry, it's no good. I know. I'm no good for anything, am I, Nick? If I can't call my sister, I might as well not be here, right? Yeah, you're useless.
No, of course not. I need you here. I can see you're always trying to help out. Even if you don't actually help, it's the thought that counts, right?
It's okay, Nick. You don't have to make me feel better. I don't know anything about trials or defense. Really. I'm just here for the, fan service. What's more, I'm a spirit medium who can't even contact spirits.
Everyone has their off days. I mean, I've just been getting lucky lately. But you never know when my luck's going to run out.
Happy Friday the 13th, everyone. Really? Right. Don't jinx this case any more than it already is. It's bad for my heart.
Oh, sorry. Whoops. Court is back in session. Mr. Von Karma, call your witness.
Pardon me?
Yes. Will Miss Lotterheart take the stand? Lotterheart, you're a research student at university.
That I am.
Good. Begin by telling us what you saw the night of the incident. And don't add anything trivial or subjective. Understand?
Yeah, I need to learn some manners. I'm not even going to try the accent.
Understand?
Yeah, I understand.
Very well. Your testimony, please.
Yeah, that's about right, really. She is basically, Sandy's human Sona.
It was Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon. I was in my car. I heard this bang come up from the lake. When I looked out the window, saw two gents in the boat. Then there was another bang. There wasn't anything on the lake but that boat.
Enough.
Huh?
Judge, she happened to take a photo of the incident. This is that photo. Accept it as evidence.
Well, this is a surprise. This looks like the very moment of the murder. Order! I will remove people from this courtroom if I do not have an order immediately.
As the witness testified, she looked at the lake when she heard the shot. There were no other boats on that lake. So the man in the boat with the victim must have been the one who shot him. Yes, it was the defendant, Miles Edgeworth. Order! 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 I will have order! Well, Judge, the evidence is decisive. I have very little doubt about this case. Very well, this court finds the defendant. Wait, Your Honor. I haven't cross-examined the witness yet. A cross-examination? We have the photographic proof. What question can there possibly be? This photo is worth 1,000 words, and they all read guilty. You lose. Or, do you claim to have found a contradiction in her testimony? Very well. If you have to, you may cross-examine the witness. You will only flounder and ask meaningless questions. You'll fail to find anything. And then you will be baked. And you will be a cake. And then I will have you held in contempt of court.
Nick, contempt? Contempt of court, you know. I guess I understand. Well, what are you going to do? Do you really think there was a contradiction with the facts in her testimony? I think I noticed one little thing. Wow, I'm impressed, Nick. I didn't notice anything. Right, let's take him on.
Yeah, I got a bad feeling about this.
I understand. I will cross-examine the witness.
Very well. I pray for your sake, this is a waste of time.
Hey, Amanda. Yep, Mr. Edgeworth. Okay, let's press. Just after midnight, you say? In other words, it was no longer Christmas Eve, but Christmas Day. Huh? Yeah, well, yes.
I know you want to find contradictions, but really? I hope your next contradiction is a little more relevant to the trial. Witness, continue your testimony.
Okay, we have our contradiction because I think the gun was fired thrice.
This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. How exactly are the evidence in that statement just now related? They aren't, are they? Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think of facts before making accusations. I don't think that won me any points for the judge.
Okay, maybe I need to press first.
Were you watching the very moment that the shot rang out? Well, yeah, sure. You're asking meaningless questions. Meaningless! Contradictions, Mr. Wright. Not meaningless babble.
On Karma, I think I hate you. He is trying to keep from talking to the witness. To what end? Are you sure about that? Yeah, sure as a country gal can be. That sounds pretty sure. How come you're so sure? Well, heck, I scanned the whole lake. Scan the whole lake. It almost sounds like she was more interested in the lake than the boat. Miss Hart, you...
Mr. Wright, the witness has answered the question in full. No need for further questions. Objection sustained.
That's what I'm...
Sustained. Yes, of course.
Oh, great. What am I supposed to do now? There weren't any contradictions in there. Sorry, Nick. If only my sister were here. Mayor's really taking this hard. Why are you camping there anyway? I'm a research student at my university. I was taking pictures to use in my research. What research? This all sounds suspicious. Miss Hart, could you be more specific about your research?
What does the witness's motive in camping by the lake have to do with this case? The answer is nothing. I object to this line of questioning. Objection sustained.
Wait now, I'm the one who says that.
Well then, say it already.
Objection sustained.
Thanks for nothing, Your Honour. Okay, it's that time of the stream again. Oh, I forgot to put milk in my tea. Oh well. That's right, Froy. ASMR. Ooh, that is bitter. So you weren't looking at the lake at that time? Nope. I looked after I heard that noise.
She said that already. I asked you to find contradictions, not leisurely chat with the witness.
Ugh. Two gents in a boat. Could you clearly see the two men? Just look at the picture. Clear enough for you?
Uh-oh.
Wait a second. I wasn't asking you about the photo. I was asking if you saw the two men. Yeah, well, of course.
The witness has testified she saw them. There's also a photo. You'd best look elsewhere for your precious contradictions.
He jumped in quick. He's hiding something.
Enough. I think we've heard all we need to hear, Mr. Wright. It seems you're unable to find a contradiction in the testimony worth noting. But Your Honour...
You keep your promise.
Mr. Wright, I am afraid that I'll have to penalise you for any further outbursts by holding you in contempt of court.
And if that happens, you'll have to leave the courtroom immediately. Understood.
Uh-huh. Nick! Lotta's testimony is fishy, Nick. Real fishy. I know what you mean, but if I can't say anything, what can I do?
I believe we've covered the evidence sufficiently to make a decision.
Then pass your judgment.
Very well. Mr. Miles Edgeworth, please take the stand. Who was that?
It was me.
Mayor. Is something wrong? Do you need to use the facilities?
No, I do not. Lotta Hart, your testimony stinks. It's unclear whether you were actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful you actually saw Mr. Edgeworth. Tell us the truth. This is a matter of life or death. Lotta, did you really clearly see Mr. Edgeworth that night? Did you see him fire that pistol?
You'll stand down. The court does not acknowledge the defence's outburst.
Answer me, Lotta.
Hey, what's the big deal? Treating me like some kind of criminal? I saw him, I swear it. I saw Edgeworth.
Enough. Judge, declare the defense in contempt of court.
Yes, of course. I'm sorry, but you were warned. Guard, escort Mr. Wright out of the courtroom. He is in contempt of court and must leave.
No. No. Wait. I was the one who made the outburst, Your Honor. Nick is innocent.
Ha. What's the difference? All that remains is for the guilty verdict to be declared. Isn't that right, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Wrong.
What?
Did you hear what Miss Hart just said? She said she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. That was not in the testimony. That changes her testimony, and I have a right to cross-examine her again.
Order! 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 Order!
Sorry. Something about saying that 6 times in a row.
You're in contempt of court. It's too late for wild claims. Judge, sustain my objection.
I'm sorry, Mr. Von Karma, but I cannot.
What?
Miss Lotta Hart has made a new testimony. The defense does have a right to cross-examine her again.
But he is in contempt of court.
No, I am. I am Spartacus. If you're going to arrest someone, arrest me.
Very well. Mayor Fay, you'll leave the courtroom immediately.
Nick, they're sending me to baby jail. I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck, Mayor.
I care not for this melodrama. Listen well, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering of my witnesses.
I'm running out of time. I'd better find a contradiction in here or else.
Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination.
That last statement.
Well, what about the other man?
You cannot expect to be allowed to blithely ignore your promise, Mr. Wright. I believe that you claim there was a contradiction in the witness's testimony. Well, find it. If you can.
Oops. Let's just scum that save. That's it. But I don't know if I can find a contradiction in that, but I can't squander Mayor's efforts either. Okay, present. Alright, couldn't have been clearer as day in that weather, could it?
Got you. Got you, Miss Hart. Finally.
What? You got what?
Look at this photograph.
Look at this photograph. Look at this photograph. Sorry. A photo I took?
The very same.
Ooh. There's something I want you to see in this photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fog, Miss Hart. So?
This picture was taken with professional, high-quality film, correct? Yet, even it could not capture the faces of the men on the boat. Yet you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth. How? Where?
I love that song. Meme.
Mr. Wright has a point. That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony, please.
Yeah, now she has said it, Mr. Von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself.
Miss Hart?
What?
Could you see the defendant that night?
Of course. I said I could and I meant I could.
And please testify as to the circumstances of your sighting.
I think I burnt my tongue on my tea.
I did it. I finally found a hole in Von Karma's carefully vague testimony.
How Edgeworth was seen. Yeah, right. It was a cold night and the fog was thick as grits. So once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard the noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. See? No problem.
You used binoculars? Very well. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
This one better be good. AKA how Edgeworth got his groove back.
So, how could you see Edgeworth?
Now, just hold your horses for a second. You hasty Yankee types will never find a gal where I'm from.
Defense attorneys have a trouble with that as it is.
Nobody loves me. Oh, come on, Phoenix. Your boyfriend's right in the dock. Your camera? Yeah, it's got an automatic.
The issue we're concerned with here is Mrs. Hart seeing Mr. Edgeworth. The camera has nothing to do with this at all.
Objection sustained. He's not letting her answer any of my questions. Binoculars? Yeah, binoculars. Yesterday you mentioned that you were out looking for shooting stars, correct? Well, yeah. Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars, for that? I've got doubts about your camera too. Was that really to take pictures of meteor showers?
The camera is irrelevant to this case.
You can say that for certain.
Mr. Wright, is the camera really relevant to this case?
If you believe it is, you may continue with this line of questioning.
But know this, I am your boyfriend's father. If you find nothing with this, there will be consequences.
Well, Mr. Wright, do you wish to press further about the camera? Okay, so... yeah, because I need to see if they'll, Hey, Sugar Snaps. How are you doing today? Oh, thanks for the follow, Bria. Oh, nice. This is it. Make or break time. The camera is of the utmost importance, Your Honour. It is perhaps the key to this entire case. Therefore, I will continue my line of questioning. Wow, maybe it went a little overboard there. Very well. Miss Hart, you'll testify to the court about the camera. Yeah, I hear ya. Miss Hart, what made you choose that lake to photograph meteors? You know that fog gets thick on that lake. It's not very suited to stargazing. Yeah, well, you see, I guess I wasn't thinking too straight. Heh.
Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness because of her challenged intellect.
Now wait a minute.
Continue your testimony. You were saying how it was that you saw Edgeworth.
Ugh.
No unnecessary comments, please.
Yep, basically Dracula. If there was heavy fog, how would binoculars change that at all? What do you mean?
Even binoculars cannot see through.
Wait, why do I keep using that voice? Even binoculars can't see through fog. But you say you clearly saw him. I did, yeah.
Enough. There is no room for doubt in her testimony.
She sounded pretty doubtful for me. But I have to find a clear contradiction first. I don't care how many on-karmic objections I get. I'm going to find a hole in this testimony if it's the last thing I do. Right, let's see. Thick mist. Camera in the car. Set up to take pictures of meteor shower. Oops, wrong button. Okay, so the camera's pointed at the lake, so that should be a contradiction. You were photographing shooting stars? That's a lie. Says who? I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointed directly at the lake. You have to point a camera upwards to take photo of the stars, Miss Hart. Huge if true. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honour. Well, what exactly was she photographing? Ah, she was after the monster. Your Honour, take a look at this. Miss Hart, this is what you were trying to photograph. What's this? A newspaper article? Gordy? Ah, the sighting at Gord Lake. Well, Miss Hart. I never heard of no lake monster. You got proof or something? Let's see you prove that I was down at the lake trying to photograph this Gordy. I have it. Proof. Intriguing. Very well, let's see it. And no joking around this time, please. What is the proof that the witness was trying to photograph Gordy, the lake monster? nothing on the lake. Photo. Yes, I took the photo.
Here's my proof, it's simple. If it's simple, why have you obviously made an error here, Mr. Wright? Ugh.
What's that?
Go home. Consider a career change. Ah.
How can they sound so casually toss aside this evidence? Oh, whoops, wrong evidence.
Lucky for you, I'm in a patient mood, Mr. Wright. One more time, please.
That's a very good question. I think it would actually make her rally card.
The proof, Miss Hart, is your own camera. Your camera was set to take photos in response to loud noises, correct? Thus, this photograph here, taken when a gun fired on the lake. And here, this article about Gordy. According to this article, Gordy made a loud noise when it emerged. Well, you were trying to photograph Gordy, weren't you? That's why you had to set your camera to respond to loud noises. Order? Order? I see. I too thought that was a little strange. Yeah, sure. Well, Miss Hart, you were camping at the lake to try and take a photo of Gordy, weren't you? Yeah. Not bad. Are all you lawyers that smart? So smart, boy. I was down there trying to photograph Gordy. You got me. So what?
Sorry, I just can't do a southern accent. Sugar Snaps makes a very good point. Francesca von Karma does indeed have the whip. Maybe she is Belmont.
Huh?
That don't change what I saw, does it?
Exactly. Well, you just used several precious minutes of our time to prove there's nothing more than the witness is an idiot who thinks monsters exist.
You ever looked in the mirror, Mr. von Karma?
Hey! But she so succinctly said, so what? It changes nothing. Not true. You're hiding the whole thing about Gordy for some reason.
I know it.
But what could it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this. Miss Hart, why did you hide the fact you were searching for Gordy from the court? Please revise your testimony.
Right, fine, I'll testify. It won't change nothing, though.
Something will change. Wait, something will change. It has to. And I'm going to spot it, even if I have to poison hell out of it.
Actually, I'm not a research student at a university. I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake. But that's all I was hiding. When I heard the loud bang, I looked right straight out of the lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just looked at that boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash near one of the men's hands, and I heard another gunshot. I was looking right at that boat the whole time, crossed my heart and hoped to fry.
Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Objection.
The witness's testimony is unchanged from before. Whether she is a research student or a photographer has no bearing on this case. There is no need to waste more of our time with another pointless cross-examination. I claim the defense's right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Von Karma's up to something, I know it.
He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because... Why? Was there a contradiction?
Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. You seem sure of yourself. You must have something in mind.
Ha, that would be a first.
Haha, very funny.
I understand this is your last chance at a cross-examination, Mr. Wright. If there is no problem with the testimony this time, we'll let the witness leave. I will announce my verdict at this time, Mr. Wright.
Understood? Yes, Your Honour. Okay, I'm probably going to cut this stream short at... in another 30 minutes because my throat is dying. Okay, so... Aha.
Your Honour, that statement contradicts this evidence. It does? I don't see anything contradictory. Huh? Really? Objection overruled.
Oh. Okay, I'll try this again. There wasn't much else to look at.
Yeah.
I don't know, if she had a bang and she thought Gordy was out there, I kind of doubt she'd waste any time looking at a boat. What? What do I do now? What are you giving me that look for? Definitely suspicious. Maybe it's time for some evidence.
Witness, continue.
Hold your hush puppies, Pops. I'm getting there. Whoops. Okay, so... That's not it either. Hey, Summer B. Yep, more Ace Attorney. How are you doing this evening? Right. Oh, I know. The gun was fired 3 times. Oh, that's nice either. Yeah, the camera should have taken 3 photos, but I can't really work out how to point that out. Exactly what sort of sound was it? Well, I never heard one before, so I can't say for sure, but it sounded like a gunshot. It was a lot sharper sound than I'd have expected. There wasn't much else to look at. Okay, we've had this before. Oh, thanks for the bread emotes. Was there nothing on the lake but the boat at the time? Huh? Wait, so you're thinking maybe he was shot from some other place? I don't think so, nope. The lake was smooth as glass and no one was on the shore, neither. I'd better find some sort of contradiction in this testimony. I won't be able to beat Von Karma any other way. There has to be something. Okay, so... Okay. Wait, hang on. That might be it. But... Ah, I get it now. Here, he was only shot once, so... Oh, guess that's not it either. Yeah, same. Obviously it wasn't supposed to be played that way, but the sleep mode was easily abused. So I guess they just left that feature in. Oh, there's no muzzle flash in the picture, is there? Oh, come on, point that out. So she just watched the boat the entire time. Okay, hold on a second, I'm just going to look up the solution because this is ridiculous. Yeah, I suppose the problem is, because of the visual novel format, you can only, present evidence in a sort of a linear order, so you can't just say, complain that there's a bullet, there's a one shot unaccounted for. Oh. Okay, I need to point out that she wasn't keeping an eye on... She was probably looking for Gordy. Not, looking all out, just looking at the boats. That makes sense, but it's, yeah.
Miss Hart, were you really looking at that boat?
What's wrong with you? Of course I was looking at it. It was the only thing out there. Any normal person would be looking at it.
I agree, any normal person would.
Wow, burn.
But you're far from normal.
Hey, what? You all want to step over here and say that?
You were camping at the lake to take a picture of Gordy. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gordy, that's what. You wouldn't give the boat a second thought.
Okay.
Order? Continue, Mr. Wright. You testify that you're watching the boat through binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch that boat. You needed them to search for Gordy, and that's what you were doing. Well? Well now, you all mention it. I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I mean, Gordy might be out there, no? Miss Hart? Are you saying that you are not watching the boat?
Sorry, y'all. I wasn't fibbing, really. I thought, you know, I could be the witness to a murder and all. Kinda got excited. I was watching that boat till now.
This is totally uncalled for.
But hey, you got the photograph, you got the proof.
Still, we can't see us shooting who in this.
Right. That's why I took this photograph and...
Witness, that's enough. You've had a long day. Shut your pie hole.
Shut my what?
What was she going to say? She took the photo and what? Wait a second.
Flashback time.
She even had the photograph to prove it.
But you really can't tell from the photograph who was shooting.
That's why she said she's going to enlarge the photo. She said it'll drop the quality in might, but we should let's see who's who.
She enlarged that photo? Why wouldn't Von Karma let us show it? I've got a hunch. I bet that enlarged photo shows something bad for Von Karma. This is my chance. If I'm wrong though, it'll mean prison for Edgeworth. Or worse.
Okay, Froy. Have a nice night.
What should I do?
Show the enlargement.
Miss Hart, look at this photograph. You enlarged this photograph, did you not?
Yeah, I did.
Why has that enlargement not been presented to the court?
Because it does not exist.
What are you talking about? You were the one who told me not to show it in court in the first place. You old fool.
meaning of this, Von Karma?
Look, an eagle.
Its heart.
Show the photo to the court. Show us the enlargement.
The prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence.
Objection denied. The witness will show the enlargement to the court. Here it is. We still cannot see who's firing in this. It could be the defendant, or maybe it's not. Regardless, I'll accept this into evidence.
Late photo, so added to the court record.
Happy now, Mr. Wright.
There has to be something.
You asked for the enlargement, you got the enlargement. And little good has it done any of us. That's why I requested she not show it.
I suppose this means that the cross-examination
Is over, obviously.
Then I would like to close the cross-examination of Miss Lotta Hart.
And none too soon. That was a flagrant waste of my time.
Mr. Von Karma, do you have anything to add?
I stated everything I need to when this trial began. Decisive evidence, a decisive witness. What else could possibly be required?
Nothing, of course. Then I believe it is time for me to declare my verdict.
Wait, it's not supposed to go like this. There has to be a clue on this photo somewhere. This is bad, real bad. What should I do? Okay. Show other evidence.
Wait. Your Honor, this evidence.
I believe we've spent enough time talking about evidence.
Indeed. We've heard opinions of every other piece of evidence, but this enlargement. I see no point in retracing our steps.
This is bad, real bad. Okay, object to the enlargement.
Your Honor, there is something decidedly strange with this enlargement. What? What might that be? Mr. Wright, you will show the court what you mean. What about this photo is strange?
Okay, here goes nothing. I'll show the judge what's strange about this photo.
Here, Your Honor. The shooter? I'm not sure I understand. What about the shooter is strange?
Look at the hand holding the pistol, Your Honor.
The hand?
The hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence.
This man's left hand does what?
Let me show you. I'll show you the evidence that the left hander contradicts. The evidence is clear. The man in this photograph is holding that pistol in his left hand. However, the prints on the murder weapon were from Edgeworth's right hand. Ergo, the man shooting the pistol in this photograph is not Mr. Edgeworth. Now that everyone in the courtroom is quieted down, I would like to reconvene this court of law. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor.
You have given us definitive proof today. We now know that it was not Mr. Edgeworth who fired the pistol that night. However,
This leaves us with a rather large problem. If Mr. Edgeworth didn't do it, then who shot our victim? Obviously. If he took his cravat off, he'd cease to be Edgeworth.
Precisely. As we have seen, there were no other people on the lake that night. Who but the defendant could have shot the victim?
Yeah, it was Larry, I'm sure of it. There's only one explanation remaining. The man who shot the victim was none other than the victim himself. Order! Order! So, you're saying the victim committed suicide? Yes, Your Honor. I can think of no other explanation. Indeed, that does seem to be the only remaining option.
I'm so very sorry, Mr. Wright, but suicide is out of the question.
What?
An examination of the victim's wound reveals the distance at which he was shot.
The distance?
The victim was clearly shot from further than a meter away.
A meter? That's 3 feet. Very helpful for the Americans there.
There's no way it could have been a suicide.
Order! Order! Mr. Von Karma, are you sure of the accuracy of your data?
Of course. I had already considered the possibility of suicide, you see.
Autopsy report the report updated the court record. Robert's autopsy report. Time of death, sometime on the 24th or the 25th. Shot from approximately 1 meter away. I see. Very well. Allow me to state my opinion. Considering the situation, the shooter had to be the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However, the prints on the gun revealed that the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is a conundrum. Therefore, I would like to suspend proceedings for this trial for the day. The court orders the defense and prosecution to further investigate this matter. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. That is all. This court is adjourned. December the 26th, 1:15 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Okay, this is probably going to move to the next chapter, so I'll just get to the end of this chapter and finish for the evening. That was a close one. Hey, don't you have anything to say? No, I've not. No, I've yet to be declared innocent, right? Well, yeah, but what happened on that lake out there on that lake anyway? If he didn't commit suicide, then who? The shooter was about a meter away too. What? Don't give me that look. I did not kill him. I was just kidding around. Look, I'm going to check on Maya. Oh. Right. What? Tell her something for me. What? Bitch. Tell her to watch what she says in court. That's all. Would it kill you to just state how you really feel with a thanks, Edgeworth? Oh. I could have sworn in the original version he called him a jerk. I requisitioned a transcript of Loss's entire testimony. I thought it might give me some ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Of course, she didn't see the shooter, so the only part of her testimony that stood was the bang she heard. Lotta's deposition added to the court record. I heard 2 sounds like gunshots after midnight on the 12th of the 25th. I mean the 25th of the 12th. American date formats. Yep. Edgeworth wants everything to be logical. Okay, so that's an hour and 30 minutes then, so I'll call it there. Save twice for luck. Yeah, thanks everyone for coming. I know these streams are a bit shorter than the ones on Monday and Wednesday. Oh, you're welcome, Bria. Thanks for following. Nice to have you at one of my streams at last. Oh, for anyone who doesn't know, this is Bria of Life of Bria webcomics and a couple of others. She does quite a few art streams, so she's also worth following. Oh, thanks. I think doing Von Karma strained my voice a bit, but I'm happy with how that's going. You're welcome, Fry. I'll just find someone to raid. And obviously I've got D&D later, so I'm just going to rest up my voice and get some lunch. I mean, well, get some dinner. All the meals are blurring today in this climate. Okay, so no one seems to be online anyway, so I guess I'll just end the stream. Thanks everyone for coming. I'll be back on Monday with more Metroid Prime cosplay streams. And the VOD of this stream will be on YouTube at some point tomorrow evening. Yeah. Wednesday's streams I uploaded literally just before I started streaming, so sorry about that. I'll try and be a bit more diligent. And I hope everyone has a good night. Yep, night. You see you, Badger. Okay, ending the stream in 3, 2, 1, and bye.